All right, guys, welcome here to Boots on Ground Radio. You got Be a Boss, Data Boss with your one and only turf teacher, Eric Jones, and the turfette, Jennifer Bodford, soon to be JBJ. JBJ, coming up on June 21st, 2025. But anyway, we are broadcasting live here from Elite Landscape Contractors, incorporated in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And we've got big news here, guys, live on the radio. Be the first to hear it. What has Papa Turf and the Turfette done? What have we done?
We've gotten ourselves in trouble is what we've done.
We have, guys. I don't know. My mom's curious. Your mom's curious. Did you ever open up the text from your mom?
Yeah. I mean, we've got both of our moms sitting on the edge of their seats.
Like, what is the big news?
You know, if
goodness.
my mom and your mom are sitting on the edge of their seats.
What are our listeners?
What are our listeners doing?
Ain't no telling.
I mean, you know, my life has been an open book, okay? Your life has been an open book. I mean, and that's one of the things I love about us is that we are open books, which, you know, the negative side of that, the con side of that is we shouldn't always be such an open book. But we have been, and, you know, and transparency offers, you know, authenticity.
It does.
You know, it creates that authenticity. And I've always been the type of person, I would rather just be me, be who I am, be authentic and real. You know, I just don't like to play games with people, with minds. It's just not my thing. Unless I'm on the radio.
Do we have too much
And then
fun?
we just have lots and lots of fun. But yeah, we've given people a lot to talk about, baby.
But, you know, and I think, you know, we do have a $50 gift card to Olive Garden. I had to take her to Olive Garden tonight with the boys, Sierra and my mom. Yeah, that music. We gotta.
So you need to pull our Facebook page up. Because that's what we need to see. Y'all, I told y'all, tech difficulties, new software, but where's the Facebook page? It was up there.
Was it up there?
It was up there, and you
Yeah, I didn't move anything. Like, I think
where's our tech guy?
Yeah, he's left.
Where's the tech guy when you need him?
He's left.
Okay, come over here.
Y'all aren't centered.
Pull up our. We're not. Who told us we're not centered? Oh, Jared told us.
No, you can't move the computer.
I know.
It's like we've got to move.
You know what?
You've got to slide that way just a little bit.
I got to slide. Are we centered? Okay.
Yeah, Jared. How can we actually pull up the comments and the questions and everything that's being answered? And where is that poll again? So it's
there. We are. So we need to leave that up. Perfect.
That's what we need to see.
That helps. See, this is why you have a tech person behind the scenes, and he's not so much behind the scenes at the moment. He come around in front of the camera. So kudos to him. But we've got news to share, and I'm excited. I mean, I really am, and it's exciting. I want to keep you all on the edge of your seats. Hang tight. Grab the corners.
All I can say is the good Lord has blessed us. You know, this is a Christmas miracle, a Christmas gift. I think that we have received, and I'm tickled pink. I'm tickled pink. So yeah, we got 2 shares that's sharing it right now.
All right, so we've got people watching. We can actually see who's interacting now. We can see people that's commenting. Mm-hmm. At some point in the show, right now it is 8:05. I'm going to say in the next 20 minutes or so, we'll give away our $50 gift card to Olive Garden. Now, it's going to be based on a Christmas trivia quiz.
Oh, so you want to base it on that? Or so we're not even going to let them guess what the big news is?
No, okay. we're just gonna tell what that is. Okay. But I have Christmas trivia that I wanted to ask to give away the gift card.
Okay.
So we will ask that question. I'm going to say it's 8:05. At 8:25, we'll ask the question. At 8:30 or close to 8:30, we will tell you guys when to call in. Now, you have to call in, okay? Eric has his phone here. It's ready to go. You got to call his number. It's 336-414-9719.
That's right.
So you have to call the number, write it down, put it in your dial, leave it sitting in the dial page of your phone, whatever that looks like, 336-414-9719. We will tell you when to call. Instead of, we'll just go with the first caller. We'll just make it easier, the first caller that calls. But at 8:25, we're going to ask the trivia question, okay? The trivia question is what's going to get you the chance to win a $50 gift card to what restaurant?
The Olive Garden.
To the Olive Garden.
That's right. I took her on a hot date there with 3 of the kids and Mom.
Yeah, and that's what our dates normally consist of.
And I love it.
Our kids and our parents and family, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
No.
I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't.
And but I'm still confused. You had a cup of coffee with pasta. I've never thought about that, but that was good coffee.
It was good coffee. Because I don't know how most of our listeners are with coffee. I think we talked about this a little bit last week. I literally like my coffee blonde, where it looks blonde.
No, you like a little bit of coffee with your creamer.
Right. It's black coffee. You put the creamer in it, and it makes it blonde. It's a blonde.
But there is more creamer in your coffee, because I make your coffee. Like, I have made your coffee for you.
And you do an amazing job when you make my coffee. Like, you've got it down to the T of how I like it. You even know what line to put it at. Yeah. So it doesn't spill up through my lid. I don't have spillage when I'm walking into work with my coffee or to church or wherever when you make my coffee for me. Yeah,
I'm afraid I'm going to knock it over at church.
Yeah, but you do a good job, though.
Yeah, and the way we sit in church, I have to use my left hand, and I'm right-handed because you always sit at the right hand of me.
I do.
Like, even if I go in, you go in first, you're like, no, switch with me. I've got to be on your right side. And so I'm going to drink coffee with my left hand because you hold my hand 24/7, which I love. And I'm sitting here, and I'm just sitting there thinking, Darren's going to watch me drop it. He's like, you fell asleep.
So you dropped it like it was hot.
Dropped it like it was hot. The news we have is very hot.
We're about to drop it like it's hot in a few minutes. I mean, we were just telling everybody on my little live I did on my personal page a few minutes ago to let everybody know we were having tech issues. But we're just giving people something to talk about.
But look how good it looks. Jared done an amazing job. So.
I know. We've been blessed. I mean, we've been blessed. We got new camera equipment. Jared was able to get the software and everything installed, and some of this stuff was starting to cause issues. And so instead of us airing at 7 p.m., we thought we'd air at 7:30, and that wasn't working. So we came back and started again at 8 o'clock. What did you say, son? I know. We were having issues, okay? So y'all just have to bear with us. But, hey, listen.
We got comments.
Big news, $50 to give away. Who's commenting, babe?
Ted said, hey.
Hey, Ted, how are you? Hope y'all having a good night.
Yes, sir.
Any juicy gossip from your end, Mr. P.I.? And then Danny Lanier.
Danny, big news is you're doing a giveaway. No, not the giveaway.
He said to come spend a weekend with Eric the man. Hey, now I'm going to tell you something. Good luck getting anywhere by yourself with Eric because we're always together.
Yeah, Danny, sorry, bro. It's, where I am, she is, and where she is, I am.
I know. I wouldn't trade that for nothing.
No, that's right. That's right. Danny Lopez, Eric, do you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ? Absolutely, 100%. Amen.
I am not ashamed to say that I'm a Christian. And it's not even just about being a Christian. A lot of people will say, well, I'm a Christian. Christian can be very broad. Mm-hmm. For me, Christianity is the belief system that I believe in. But most importantly, I am a child of Jesus Christ. He's God is my Father. Jesus is the Son of God, my Savior, is the whole reason why we celebrate Christmas. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not.
Amen.
We live in a world today where Christians are hushed. They don't want to hear us talk. They don't want to hear us give an opinion. They want to, and I'm not going to get into religion and politics. We're just not going to go there. But I'm not ashamed to say that I am a born-again believer in Jesus Christ. I'm not ashamed to say that. So, yes, sir, we do believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and we are excited that it is the season of which we get to celebrate his birth.
Exactly. Thank you, Ted. I think we do make a good couple. Great couple.
We do. And we said this earlier, Sunday in church, church, I love church. I love spending time in church.
Yes.
And, I've grown up in church my whole life. My dad is a preacher. My brother is now a preacher. And so I've been blessed to grow up in a Christian home and grow up in church and have a strong faith foundation. So there again, on Sunday morning, we're in church on Sunday mornings, and I love my church. I love my pastor. You love my church. You started coming to my church, and
Yes.
you have fallen in love with where I go.
And it's because of Darren. It's because of Matt. It's because of Craig. It's every man that's there that is not ashamed to say that they believe and accept Jesus Christ as their Savior. Like they're so loud and proud about that, and that's to me one of the most amazing things is to not be ashamed of it and to stand on top of the hill and scream it. And but Darren's an amazing pastor, and I connected with him right away, and I'm glad you have introduced him to me, because I'm 1 year older. We're at the same stage in life, with kids going off to college and things of that nature, and it's just good to be around men that aren't ashamed of Jesus Christ. So,
well, we live in such a different world today than what was out there when we were kids.
yeah,
It's changed so much, and I'm just thankful that there can still be a part of. You could be a part of,
Yeah.
and but back to Sunday morning, Pastor Darren preached a sermon. Part of the sermon, he was talking about storms, having faith that God's going to bring you through it, that He'll supply all your needs. Yep. And, and I sat and told you, and I've told you time again of all the things that God's done for me in the past year and a half, things that it literally was going to take God to do it because there were no other answers. Yep. And I have been blessed and fortunate enough to watch God move mountains in my life, and He's literally moved mountains that I know I could not move by myself. Yeah. And a lot of people that go through storms lose their faith in the storm because they feel like God has went away, that they've lost sight of God in the storm, when in fact the truth is, when you start feeling like you're losing sight, that's when you need to regain your sight. That's when you need to get back and regain your sight in the Lord and in your faith. And for me, I knew my faith would keep me strong. I knew my faith would keep me rooted, but I also have seen it time and time again in my life. I've watched God answer prayer, move mountains, and make things happen in my life that I never thought would ever happen, but He's come through every single time. Yeah. And I've shared some instances with you that I will never share with nobody else, but they're private. And I've told you of things that God has truly done for me that there's no shadow of a doubt that God didn't answer that prayer. Yeah. There's no shadow of a doubt. And I sat in church Sunday and was moved by the sermon because I'm one of those people that can sit there and say, because of the storm, because of what I went through, I got to see God move and change things in my life. And it was fun to watch God move. It was fun to watch Him answer my prayers. There were things that would happen. I was like, okay, God, I'm ready. I'm ready to watch you make this happen. And He done it. And it at this point, it was a joy for me to watch things happen and then get to watch God answer those prayers. One of those being you. He brought you into my life. Yeah. And we talked about that Sunday afternoon after the sermon. And, I told you, many conversations we've had, that you, because of God putting you in my life and me meeting you and you meeting me, that you are restoring my hope and love. That there is someone out there that will truly, truly love me
for who you are,
that would be willing to lean in with me and not pull back from me, because relationships are hard. I don't know who's listening, I don't know who's watching, but relationships are difficult. Not just marital relationships, but children, parental child relationships with coworkers, relationships with friends. Trust is a big thing. And, you know, I'm in the middle of reading a book right now about trust and rebuilding those things. You know, I'm always into like self-help, you know, with a biblical foundation, of course. But you know, a lot of books, I've read a lot of secular books too, so I'm not against any of that. I want to be balanced and pull, you know, some things in. But it was something we talked about last night, that sometimes there's a fine line in relationships when you've gone through things that are very hurtful, very life altering. It doesn't mean because it's life altering, it doesn't have to be life ruining. It doesn't have to ruin your life. But sometimes you go through things and it can affect trust, which can cause triggers, and then you have to decide, is it a real trigger? Is it a trigger based on just emotions, or is it really an issue where discernment needs? There's a fine line between triggers and discernment. We talked about that last night.
Yeah.
And part of that was she was discussing how her the author went through a divorce, went through some terrible things, and then she lost trust, and then learning that somebody could actually lean in the relationship instead of leaning away. I feel like you do that for me. You lean in with me, and I lean in with you, because you and I have come through some things that really most people would probably never consider ever being in another relationship ever again.
True. Both of us.
And a lot of people
Both of us
expected and anticipated that neither one of us would ever be in another relationship. Yeah. And some people today probably still feel that way, probably feel that I don't need to be in a relationship, or you. But at the end of the day, when God's in control,
what do you do?
We don't have a say.
No,
you know, when
can't.
God's in control.
You can't.
And you've restored my hope and love, but I feel like I restore your hope and faith.
Yes. And, you know, something that you said yesterday immediately after church, because we had an emotional connection as I opened the door for you to get into the Jeep, and you teared up, and it just melted my heart. But you even said, Eric, when you leave church, you're the calmest that I've ever seen you. You're just a different person when you hear God's word. And you know, at the end of the sermon, and you know, we stayed there and we talked to this couple that was in their 90s. Mm-hmm. Like it was awesome to hear them talk. And then Darren came over and, you know, he put his arm around me, and then you know, we were still talking to that couple, and I went over there and you know, he hugged me again and said, "Love you, brother," and told him I loved him. And that's true. Like, it is so cool that dudes can tell each other that they love each other and not have any hesitation about it whatsoever. So, and it is a calming situation. You know, the hymnals that they sang, the songs that they sang yesterday, was, you know, yesterday was just a good sermon. And that's why I asked you to send it to me this morning, the live, because Darren said something to me, or said something during the sermon that would be I think a great name for a podcast. And I've got to go back and listen to it. Like, I've got to figure what that was. So maybe, you know, because we're talking about changing our names from, you know, be a boss, date a boss.
And that's not the news we're sharing, y'all. So if you're wondering what the big news is, that we've got our own mothers sitting on the edge of their seats, that's not it. Yeah. But we are going to share that at 8:25.
We're going to share that. That's when we're going to share the news.
We'll share the news, and then we'll ask the trivia question.
Wow.
And then
I'm getting nervous.
I know.
Like,
I know. I mean, we just took a deep dive into psychological, you know, counseling, relationship stuff that, you know, faith-based, you know, we just took a deep dive there. And then now we're popping out and say, hey, we got something to tell y'all. I love how we just go back and forth. We're back and forth. But that's what makes us. You know, my son said we were nuts, but we really are nuts.
We are, but we have fun. We have fun.
We're a nutty crew around here.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
I enjoy life with you. I really do.
100%.
I just enjoy life. And it's nice to be with somebody who enjoys life as much as I do, and we just have an amazing time. Is our lives perfect? No. By no means. It is not.
But goodness gracious, is it not worth it?
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
I would go through everything I've gone through to be at this point in my life.
To be where we're at.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't change none of it.
Battery exhausted.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Our camera is dead.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no.
So what we need to do is we could probably just.
Do we have All right, guys, hang tight. Hang tight. Our tech guys over here switching the camera source, so hang tight. We're coming back. Because we still got news to share. We got news to share. We keep telling y'all we got news to share. It's almost like it don't want us to tell anybody what we're trying to share.
I know. And so we're back to just using the regular standby camera. So we didn't charge it.
We didn't.
And we're
the simple things. It's the simple things, people.
Oh my goodness.
It's the simple
crazy,
things.
crazy. But anyway, well, this was we were talking. What'd you do?
I put it back on the Facebook page so we can see. My mom says no visual. We're keeping y'all in suspense, y'all. We're in suspense. Can y'all see us now?
Yes, they should.
I'm gonna bring out my Southern charm. Can y'all see us now? Okay, so we're just having a little bit of tech issues, so we're gonna move this camera up just a little bit. You know what they say, that camera adds 10 pounds? My goodness, bless us, Lord. Okay.
Cameras do not add. I don't think that. You look good, babe.
Thanks. I appreciate it. All right, so it looks like we're back, y'all. We had to switch cameras, all this new camera equipment, and now we're back on the laptop.
So we got about 3 minutes, before we, break out the news. So I just hope people aren't ashamed of us.
We always have something to give people, right? We've got to give y'all something. Got to give you something. I mean, if they ain't talking about us, they're talking about somebody else, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all have noticed, we got our blinkies on. We wore Christmas lights and we turned the blinkers off. But now I feel like you can't even really see them when we're on camera. Okay, so hang tight. Our tech guy,
he's going back to the
behind the scenes. He's working on getting us put back on. So even though y'all can see us, we're getting ready to change camera angles. So eventually we will have this perfect picture clear. Look at them bags. See them bags under my eyes?
Well,
you could go shopping with those. I mean, I can get a whole grocery cart of groceries with these things.
We don't sleep.
I sleep, but I don't sleep long enough is the problem. When I do go to bed, I don't get enough sleep. Hours.
Same thing, baby.
But when I do sleep, I'm dead to the world. My mom will tell you, I've always been the type of girl that could just sit anywhere and
battery exhausted, no video signal.
We're just, we're having these tech issues. We're still on air, but we're just on we're on the laptop. So they just may have to deal with us like this.
True. But, and that's fine. That's fine.
I know. So, with as much money as we have in camera equipment and we can't even remember to plug the camera up. I mean,
I know.
That's just all it took. We're going to get our background put back on here. He's going to make it look professional here. I mean, y'all are literally behind the scenes, okay? You're literally behind the scenes. So, all right.
I think it's time for the news.
You think it's time for the news?
Yeah.
Listen, I got to get the picture proof up, okay?
That's good.
I got to get the picture. I was showing my double chin over here. Look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, let me get the picture pulled up.
I'm going to tear up, guys. This is very, very emotional for me.
It's very exciting. I mean, it's super exciting. It's a life changer.
It is. Here at Christmas time.
It's small but mighty.
It is very mighty.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are y'all ready for us to share the news? If you're ready for us to share the news, hit some like buttons on here. Let's see some likes going on. Y'all come on now. Like our post right now. You could like it, heart it, just don't angry face it. But like something on the post and let us know who you're ready for our news, because we're ready to give it to you. We want to see who's excited about it as we are. I know my mom and your mom sitting on the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what their reaction's going to be.
Look at Danny Lanier. He said, "Who is in charge of this?"
My mom said, "Get with it already." Okay, are y'all ready? So some symptoms appeared.
Yes.
And we were like, we need to go get this checked out. So,
And we knew right away.
oh yeah, immediately we knew, but
this was God's will.
But we needed proof.
We needed proof.
What it was what it was.
Yeah.
So here it goes. Are y'all ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Eric and I
I'd show the picture first.
are going to be the proud.
What would we say? Proud.
We're proud.
I just want you to show the picture, baby.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you? I'm excited. I cannot wait to show everybody what this is. Okay. All right. I got it up. All right. Here it goes. Are y'all ready? There it is. Can you see it?
Look at it. It's precious.
It's the most precious sight you'll ever see. And we are so excited. Look at this. Can you see what I'm showing you? Can anybody make any sense of what I'm showing you? I'm going to tell you, it's an ultrasound picture. Well, yeah, my son just corrected me. It's actually an x-ray of a new addition to our family.
Yes.
It's
here
a
at
new
Christmas.
addition to our family right here at Christmas. We are so excited, y'all. And it ain't me, okay? It ain't me. It is my little sweet girl, Maggie, is pregnant with her first baby. It's her first baby, y'all. And we are so excited. And we didn't know how many puppies we were going to have, but thankfully, we only have one puppy right now. And it's a big little, it's a little one.
Yeah.
But it's a big little one. And I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put the camera up really, really close. See if you can see
where she's at. So
the head is like right here. That's the spine. And then you can see the little foreleg bones. It's precious. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So we believe this happened in October. And we really didn't think that my male Yorkie had any clue what he was doing because he's 3 years old and he's never got
it. What your mom said.
My mom just said I almost passed out before I realized it was the dog. It's not me, I promise. No, but little Miss Maggie's having a puppy, and we really didn't think that my male Yorkie had any idea
what he was doing.
Because
he tried
so many times. He tried and failed, and so we were like, this is just not going to happen. And the very month that we didn't think anything was going to happen, literally was not planning this. This was not planned. Last week she started showing symptoms, and I was like, this looks curious. Couple days later, the symptoms really progressed like fast, and so by Friday I was like, I need to call the vet, get an appointment. So I called the vet Friday, and I said, I think my dog's pregnant. So I took her today, and they confirmed she is pregnant with a puppy, and I'm so stinking excited. Like, I cannot wait. Eric and I are having our first puppy together. I mean, look at that. This is like an official relationship.
It's like
happening.
A grandpuppy.
I know. It's like our grandpuppy. It's our baby is having a baby.
Our dog is having a puppy. So it's our grandpuppy.
It's our grandpuppy. So my boys and I had been talking about what names to name. So Maggie is my female Yorkie, and then my male Yorkie, his name is Milo. So if we're having a girl, we thought naming her Molly, because I want to keep it 2 syllables, and I want to keep it the letter M because we got Maggie and Milo. So if we have a girl, we might call her Molly. And if it's a boy, I wanted to call him.
It was Major.
Major.
Yep.
Because your dog is Sergeant.
Yep.
A big German Shepherd's named Sergeant. And
Sergeant's
it would be
Major.
funny to us to have Big Sarge and then little Major. So we'll see. We'll see if we're having a boy or a girl. I don't know yet. We'll find out.
We'll find out in, 5 to 6 days?
Well, that was even more shocking. I asked her, I was like, when do you think she's due? She said, within the week, maybe less than a week. So I'm going home to get my house set up and for a puppy. I've never done this before. I've never had puppies before. I had intentions on breeding my dogs for this purpose, but time and things just were not lining up, and we really didn't think this was going to happen because we hadn't planned it. Well, unexpected plans happened, and now I have a puppy on the way. So, guys, pray that my puppy will be born healthy and strong, and we get a third Yorkie.
Third Yorkie.
And then with your dogs, we'll have 5 dogs after. And I'm not going to get rid of the baby. I want to keep the puppy.
We'll have 5 dogs and 5 kids.
5 dogs and 5. Look at that. 5 is the number of grace. It's the biblical number for grace. So look at that. 5 dogs and 5 kids.
Yep. Then there's 12 of us together.
Yep. And we're getting married in 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Yeah. Gosh, we've got all kinds of stuff going on. Okay, so it is coming up to 8:30. It is 8:32. So I have a Christmas trivia question. So if you want to win a $50 gift card to Olive Garden, you have to call Eric's phone, okay?
You got to answer it live on the air.
I'm going to give you the number, but I'm also going to type it here in the chat, okay? So I'm typing it in the chat. Give me just a second. 336-414-9719. 336-414-9719. We're going to ask you the trivia question. We're going to give you a few minutes to try to figure out the answer. And the first caller that calls when we say go. We haven't said go yet. We will tell you when to go. I just hit the number. Chat is under Eric's name, 336-414-9719. You call that number. The trivia question is going to be in relation to my Sunday breakfast. Okay? Sunday morning, I posted a picture on my personal Facebook page that I was having coffee and one of these. The Little Debbie Christmas cookies. Now, I've talked about my celiac disease, okay, and how I'm not supposed to have gluten. But this only comes around one time a year.
Hello, my friend. We meet again.
I would cheat for a Christmas cake, and I called it Christmas cookies, and y'all have all corrected me. They're not cookies. They're cakes. So it is correct. They're Christmas tree cakes. So the trivia question is this. Are you ready? What year did the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes hit the shelves? What year did the Christmas tree cakes from Little Debbie hit the shelves, okay? We're going to give y'all it like 2 minutes to Google it, figure it out, or whatever, but you got to call Eric's phone number, 336-414-9719. You need to be the first caller that calls. Now, we haven't said go yet, okay? We haven't said go. But as soon as we say go, whoever the first caller is into our show. Now, keep in mind, you're calling into the radio. We're live on the radio at www.bootsongroundradio.com.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm yawning.
I know. It's been a long day.
Yes.
But if you're listening live to us on the radio at www.bootsongroundradio.com, you have to call in to Eric's phone. If you're watching live on Facebook, you will be on the radio because we're dialed into the radio. So just be prepared to answer live on Facebook and on the radio show. So you got to call Eric's number at 336-414-9719. When we say go, the first person to call will win a $50 gift card to
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. So, we're not ready to say go yet, but we're going to say go here in just a minute. Okay?
There's only 4 viewers.
I know. So we're going to see who's listening.
Where did everybody go?
I know that they got the puppy news blew them all away. They had to go.
They were expecting something more. Did they? They didn't think it was you, did they?
I don't know, but my mama says she about passed out. I love it. I love keeping people on the edge of their seats. But But no, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It's Maggie.
You mean sing the rest of that song?
No. No. We had a radio station playing in my office for the longest time, and I finally got tired. That song was on total repeat all the time. I was like, I'm tired of listening.
Really?
Shaggy. Yes.
Shaggy was on all the time?
It was on one of the Charlotte hit station that was playing in our office. I was like, I'm tired of hearing. Yeah. It was on the hits, a public radio show.
Yeah, that's kind of a dirty song to play.
I know. So we shut her off. We found a different station. So you've got clients sitting there in the office and they're listening to It Wasn't Me. Not very appropriate. But
It wasn't me.
Are you guys ready? Are y'all ready to rumble? Call
Ready.
336-414-9719. The Christmas trivia question is, what year did the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes hit the shelves?
Oh my gosh.
What year? All right, are y'all ready? He's going to answer the phone.
Hey, you're live on Boots on Ground Radio. Is this? It can't be. Is it?
It's Danny Lanier.
Is it really? Is it really? Oh my God! I've got to get your autograph. Is there any way I can get you to mail me one?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll send it back to where this gift card comes from when I win it.
Look, now we have more people calling in.
We do.
Yes.
And I know that number. That's my mom.
Is that your mom?
That's my mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Danny, you beat my mother.
Well, we got to see if I'm right first.
Okay.
Well, that's true. Dan, you know, with your IQ, I'm not sure if you'll be able to get this one or not.
That's a true statement.
Yes. So when do you think it was, Mr. Lanier?
I think it was 1985.
Look at that. Yeah, listen. I should have like on the roadcaster here.
You need clapping.
Yeah,
people clapping.
Yeah. No.
There we go. That's. I like it. Oh my gosh, we're gonna bring in the dolphins and the farm
turkey.
animals, whatever that is.
Danny, what's up, brother? We ain't talked to you since traveling up to Louisville for GIE Equip
That's
Expo.
right. That's right.
Remember we was talking to him as we were going right through Charleston, West Virginia?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Danny.
Yes, that's probably the happiest you've seen Eric, other than when he's with you, I guess. So.
Well, I should hope that that's the case, Danny. I would be disappointed if it wasn't.
Is that your mom again?
I would too.
Yeah, that's my mom again. Hey, Mom, if you're watching, Danny has already won. He was the first caller, and he got the answer correct.
Woo!
Danny was using AI. He was using artificial intelligence.
You know, let me tell you.
He asked Alexa. I'm not going to say it because ours will get started.
But yeah, it would. It would.
Yeah, we don't want her to get her started.
Yeah, right.
Alexa, who is Danny Lanier?
She's talking, but I can't hear because of the headphones. I don't know what she's saying.
She said something about a good-looking guy out of Nebraska, Kansas City area. Are you Missouri?
Yep, I'm Missouri.
Missouri.
I've been to Missouri. I went to St. Louis. I sang in a traveling tour group, and that was one of our stops, and I got to go up in the Arch in St. Louis. It was beautiful. I'd never been there before. So, yeah. And also, Missouri is also the home of Lambert's Cafe, right? The home of the throwed rolls?
It was. They're, from what I hear, they are shutting down, if not have already shut down.
That's sad. They had the best rolls. And you literally, I don't know if you've heard of Lambert's Cafe, but you go, it's really good food. It's like home cooked style food. Yeah. And the people walk around with big old things of yeast rolls, and they don't bring them to you. They throw them at you
literally across the whole room.
So you better be good at catching baseballs, because if you don't catch the yeast roll, it's going to hit the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as good as they are,
you'd
the
still
chances
eat it.
of someone letting them hit the floor.
Right. You know, I don't even believe in the 5-second rule. I believe in the 1-second rule. As quick as you can pick it up, you can eat it. Just blow it off really fast. You know, just one good breeze. You know, just check for hair. You know.
Love it.
That's my hair.
You know, with me being in the hair industry, I've kind of gotten over hair in my food. You know, people think I'm strange, but it's because, you know, when we're working, there's little cut hairs everywhere, so it's no telling. You know,
true.
It doesn't. I've grown so accustomed to it. Probably you're like that with grass. If there's grass in your food, would you still eat it?
You know, I don't.
That's a good question.
I don't know. I'm sure I would. I mean, I'm sure I've ate with dirt all over my hands before, or mulch or something. So I can't say no.
Wait, take a big old wad of grass that you've cut and just chaw on it like a chewing tobacco.
Well, I couldn't eat it just straight, but you know, if it was mixed in with the food a little bit, that might be a different story. Depending on how much is there, anyway.
Well, you know, my mama said all the time growing up, dirt don't hurt. So you know, it builds your immune system.
That's true.
Yep.
I grew up on a farm. I was one of the girls. I wasn't very girly when I was young, so I played in the dirt. It didn't bother me.
And you as bougie can
I
be.
am now, but I wasn't when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't then.
Danny's bougie when it comes to landscape equipment.
No, don't listen to him. He has no clue. No clue whatsoever.
Danny, I can see you right now. You know, even though we're on the phone call, I can imagine you're in your garage, correct?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Are you sharpening blades? Are you know, what type of preventative maintenance are you performing on your equipment for spring startups?
Well, most of it's all done. The only thing I haven't done is, I haven't had a warm enough day to actually wash everything.
Okay.
So that's kind of driving me crazy. But other than that, I mean, everything else is pretty much done.
Sorry, Eric got really quiet all of a sudden, Danny, because I was typing in the comments. My mom asked who won, and I was typing your name, and Eric got so sad. He's like, if you look at him on camera, he's like staring very intensely at the computer.
Yeah, I was like reading the comments. Danny, so tell us, Danny, what is the typical day of Mr. Lanier during the off season?
During the off season, well, lately, I've been doing a little bit of construction on the side, helping a buddy of mine doing something, but we pretty much go and get materials for the crews and just drive around most of the day is literally what we do.
Gotcha. Okay.
So lately that's been the typical day for me. Other than that, if I wasn't doing that, then it would probably just be hanging around here, making videos. The garage is already in shape and clean, so I can't do that anymore. That's probably be about what it would be. Gotcha.
Okay. Well, good. So, you know, the typical mowing season starts for you guys when? What, March? April?
It started in March this year.
Okay.
Normally it's April, May.
Okay. So it got a little warmer faster than usual, and grass started growing.
But we had a way bigger drought this year.
Yeah, true.
Than I've ever seen. Like, I mean, it was probably 4 months, 4 to 5 months of
no rain
drought. So it was pretty bad this year.
Now, are you going to Expo next year?
I told you that I would for you, so yes, I will be there. But just know that you are the only reason I am going because our discussion.
But, you know, I thought it was because you wanted to be the big player when it comes to.
No, yeah. I'm a nobody compared to some of them guys.
No, you are not ever a nobody, Danny Lanier. You are the Danny Lanier. Oh, man.
Well, Danny, we appreciate you calling in. We appreciate you listening to the show and participating and being a part of it. It really means a lot to both Eric and I. Yeah. So we do appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you next October.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
What videos are you working on now?
Milwaukee stuff, really.
Okay, cool.
So, yep. Milwaukee's got a lot of stuff they're coming out with. Cool. Over the next 2 and 3 months. So I'm hoping to get some videos out on some of that stuff.
Outstanding, my friend. Outstanding.
Well, y'all get back to it. There's a lot of people watching y'all, so quit letting me be the highlight of the hour.
Oh no, we appreciate you calling.
Danny,
in.
you're always the highlight, man. Wherever you go, man.
Oh, Lord.
All right, brother. We'll catch you next time, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. See you, dude. Bye. All right.
Well, that was fun. I like to interact with people.
Oh yeah, so that means we got to lick a stamp and send it to Moser.
We do. So
I wonder if they have a Olive Garden there.
It's a national chain. I'm sure they do. Danny, we should have asked you that when we had you on the air. But listen, send Eric a private message on Facebook.
Or text me.
Or text him, whichever is easier. Text your mailing address where you want the gift card to go to. Mail that or text that to Eric so we can get that in the mail to you this week. Last week we gave away a $50 gift card to our favorite restaurant, which is Village Tavern, that went to my friend Crystal Hicks. I've known Crystal since I was probably 13 or 14 years old. She moved to the area and started going to the church that I was going to at the time. So I've known Crystal for a very long time.
Yeah.
And she was the first caller in last week. The trivia question last week was, what was our second most favorite Hallmark Christmas movie? And the answer was A Very Vermont Christmas, which is available for download today. So we're excited about that.
We can't forget about that.
No, we've got to download it tonight so we can watch it. But next week, he's already sent the text. Man, now, maybe the mail will be as quick as your text are. But next week, guys, bearing no tech difficulties, we will be on the air at 7 o'clock.
Yes, 7 p.m. on the dot.
Another $50 gift card giveaway. It is to be determined where we're going to give it away to.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a restaurant. It could be anywhere. So keep in tune. Just tune in. Keep a watch on your Facebook, on the Boots on Ground Radio Facebook page, as well as our page. If you don't follow us on Facebook, follow Boots on Ground Radio, both on Facebook and Instagram. We are active on both of those pages. Eric and Russ run those pages. So keep an eye on those, as well as my personal page and Eric's personal page. Just keep an eye, because our next trivia question may be something that we might share personally on Facebook that if you're not friends with us, you're not going to know the answer to. So next week, bearing all things go well, at 7 o'clock, we'll be live on the radio at www.bootsongroundradio.com. If you're watching on Facebook, save that to your internet browser. Click listen live. You can listen to us live on your internet browser, or you can watch us live from Eric's Facebook page. We're trying to build our Boots on Ground Radio Facebook page. We don't have enough people on there for some reason. Facebook has a policy. You have to have so many followers before you can go live from your page. Gotcha. And it's a new page. Yep. So we're still building the page. So guys, help us out. Share our page, get more followers so that we can use the live portion of Boots on Ground Radio and make it a lot easier so we can go through the Boots on Ground Radio page. But until then, we will go through Eric's page, do the live from his page, and we'll share both on my personal his page and on Boots on Ground Radio. So listen next week. You'll never know where the trivia question is going to come from. It could be anything we post on our personal pages. It could be anything.
Yes.
We don't know where we're going to get the gift card just yet. So Eric and I will be talking about that this week and try to figure out where we're going to give it away at next week. So keep in touch. Watch us on Facebook. Keep up with us. We'll be back next Monday night at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. We will.
We will.
We will.
We sure will.
And the good thing about, our Christmas lighting business is kind of slowing down a little bit, and the rain has really killed us this week.
Oh my goodness!
And we've upset some clients, and we just could not get to everybody, and so appreciate the ones that understood and was very respectful about it, and understanding that with the amount of wind and the rain that we've had here, some wreaths are going to fall, the huge tree at Old Town Club, it fell over, but we weren't the ones that staked it up. We just decorated it. So we had to go back and redecorate it and, put more lights and stuff. So things happen. Things happen. Rain is going to throw GFI circuits. It's going to trip breakers, even with LED lights. It's just one of those things. And I think we've upset, there's about 4 clients that, we're a little upset that we couldn't get to, but it's just one of those things. When you're fighting weather and you're working 7 days a week, it gets tough. It gets tough. And now we're in the middle of irrigation continuing education. And you're getting ready to learn all about that with the trip that we're going to take to Raleigh for December 27th and 28th. We'll be there for 2 full days teaching, and you'll see firsthand what Turf Teacher is all about when it comes to working with these guys and helping them renew their license, getting their Con Ed, and a lot of the questions that they have just about license renewal. So.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited you've already brought me on board with Turf Teacher, trying to help you with some of those continuing classes, but actually being in the class, helping you with that I'm looking forward to that for sure. And I'm looking forward to meeting all the people that come to your classes. You have a pretty big group that comes every year and comes to all your classes. They're full. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting to meet all of those people.
Yeah. So we probably service or teach around 1,500 contractors a year that we get in front of, whether it is face-to-face class seminar type deals or via live webinars that we do throughout the year, and then some of our online classes that we do. So that season's getting ready to pick up, and we need to I need to be working on that quite a bit. And so hopefully with the rain day tomorrow, we're going to be able to get a couple more lectures recorded and up on the website. So not sure that major downpours again tomorrow. So Danny was just talking about the biggest drought they had all year. We had decent amount of rainfall this year, and now it's affecting us when I don't need it to.
Yeah. I know today you guys didn't get to work today because of the weather and, with the rain as much as it rained this morning. Possibly could have been able to work this afternoon, but there was still threat of rain coming through. But the biggest thing is there's a huge storm front that's coming up from Louisiana, the very southern region of the states. And anytime we've got weather coming up from there, especially if it was winter and it was colder, this would have been a big snowstorm.
Yeah.
But it's just a little too warm, which I'm disappointed. But it's a little too warm for snow, so it's going to be a lot of rain. And we checked the weather forecast today. It literally is going to start at 9 a.m. in the morning, and it's not going to stop till 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. According to Channel 12's weather, you can look at the hourly weather, and it's rain, 90% all the way through Wednesday of this week. So for all of the Elite Landscape customers that have not been able to receive the services that were scheduled this week, please be patient with Eric and his team. It's it's Mother Nature. It's the weather. We can't really do anything about it. God's in control of that.
That's true.
We don't get to make those calls. No. But just hang tight. Elite does have the schedule books ready. They're ready to get out there and get it done. But for the safety and well-being of his team, and for because of the storms, we don't want people crawling on roofs and slipping and falling, and some bad things can happen in weather like this, so you have to be careful. My brother is an arborist. He's a licensed arborist. He's been working with this particular tree company for, I think my sister-in-law said the other day, how many years? 15, since he was 15. So, almost 20 years that he's worked for this company. And when it rains, they don't work for the same reason. It's just unsafe.
Well, you can't do...
Can't do outdoor work in pouring rain.
And number one, your productivity is off. Mm-hmm. It's a wash. Really,
literally a wash.
So it's best just to stay home.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We can't do that. So
yeah. So just hang tight, you guys. The rain's coming. Elite Landscape is disappointed that it's going to take some time away from their team to be able to get the work done. But I can promise you, these guys work hard, and you specifically have worked 6 days a week for the last 3 or 4 weeks in a row you've
and
worked.
a couple of them we worked Sunday. You were gonna help Sunday.
I was,
and
yeah.
so, except for the day Mom fell that day. So
yeah, but your place was to be there for your mom.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Thankfully, Russ and Jared stepped up and went and got the job done that needed to get, because we were getting, you and I were going to go to church that morning to the early service and then leave right after the service to go do the job. And your poor mom had an issue and she fell, and thankfully she's okay. Thank goodness she's okay. But your place is to be their family first.
Always.
I mean, that's
100%.
why we run businesses, is why we do what we do, because we're trying to provide for our families, and family comes first. And if you're not taking care, I said this to you the other day, if you're not taking care of you, you can't take care of anybody else. And it's the same way with business. If you're not taking care of your employees, specifically in weather situations like what's happening, it can fall back and hurt your business too. So you just there's so many aspects that you got to look at when it comes to running business, taking care of family and finances. It's just, there's so many cogs in the wheel that people tend to overlook. But it is the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Yeah, sure is.
But you guys will get out there as soon as the rain's over. Y'all get out there and get her done, like you always do. Yeah, if that means you work on Saturday, then you work on Saturday to get it done. That's what y'all been doing.
We've had to work on Sundays, but first of the year, I'm looking forward to doing a 4-day work week, 4 10s or whatever. And the guys understand. We've got a lot of takedowns to get done starting in January with these lights. We got a lot of big landscape jobs. We're going to start first week in January as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming up, and they'll be able to make the time off that they've missed due to this rain.
Yeah. Well, it's a big week ahead with the weather coming through. We've got a big week, possibly a long weekend. It is what it is, but we'll get it done. But hey, guys, thank y'all for listening.
True.
We truly do appreciate our listeners. We appreciate the ones that get online on Facebook and interact with us and comment and are a part of the show with us. We do this for you guys because we want to be a help to you all. We want to be as real and transparent as we could be about our lives in general, including our businesses. Is why we've titled our podcast "Be a Boss, Date a Boss." It includes running businesses and having families and trying to date each other with your spouse, and that work-life balance. Sometimes it's hard to strike a balance, and it can be difficult, but you learn to make it work.
And to be honest with you, you're probably the only female that I know that's okay with it, and you want to be a part of it. Like, you're excited to build a business with me, work with me, and to grow something. It's kind of like it's kind of like raising a child.
Mm-hmm.
A business is a child.
It really is. You've got to tend to it and take
nurture
care of
it, feed it, help it grow.
I think one of the biggest reasons why I'm okay with you doing what you have to do, because my dad owned his own business for 30 plus years. I don't know how many years, but it was a long time. Had his own trucking business, and worked a lot of hours, worked a lot of late hours. And my mom owned her own business. She owned a cleaning service, and she done that for, she still does a cleaning service now. She does both residential and commercial, not as much as she used to, but there was a lot that she's done over the years. And so I learned the fluidity of owning your own business, being self-employed, understanding that when things need to be done, things are going to be done. And if that means we call in pizza or we just eat a sandwich that night, then that's what we did. Now, I will say my mom was amazing at balancing all of that and being home and cooking a meal and doing all that. But there were some nights we had sandwiches. Some nights we had pizza.
I love a sandwich.
I do too. Sometimes it's nice just to take it back to the simplicity of it all.
Yeah. Good ham and cheese, or just a tomato sandwich, or
I
grilled
love
cheese.
a good not a grilled, but a toasted BLT.
Yes.
Just bacon, lettuce, and tomato with some salt and pepper and mayonnaise on it.
Salt and vinegar chips.
Just muy, muy, muy. I don't know what the Spanish word is. I'm learning Spanish, y'all.
Yeah, she is. She's getting pretty
learn.
good. She's getting pretty good at it.
I know most of the root words. I'm trying to learn where to put them in sentences and then remember having a conversation with people trying to remember all that. But, so don't make fun of me. If you hear me try to say something Spanish and I don't do very well, it's because I'm still learning. But, yeah, just a simple sandwich sometimes is all it takes.
That's all it takes. Makes us happy.
But you know what? I think that's part of the problem in this generation is we've gotten away from simplicity and we've complicated so much. We have, and sometimes just taking it back to basics can really be happier than you think you are, just going back to basics. I love it. That's true. Guys, it is 9:00. Thank y'all for being patient with us. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will be back next Monday night at 7 p.m. Follow us on Facebook on the Boots on Ground Radio Facebook page. You can also friend Eric and I on our personal pages because sometimes we'll ask trivia questions from personal things we've posted, or listen to us live on www.bootsongroundradio.com. Save us to your internet browser. Once you click on the page, there's a link at the top in the big box that says Listen Live. You can come listen to us live every Monday night at 7 p.m. unless we have tech difficulties like we did tonight. Just hang tight. We will keep you updated when we'll be on air. But I promise you we will be on air every Monday night for the month of December. We're giving away a $50 gift card to a place of our choice. So this week it was Olive Garden. Last week it was Village Tavern. Next week it could be anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be a restaurant. So listen, tune in for a chance to win a $50 gift card next Monday night with Eric and I on live. Be a boss.
Data boss.
Well, babe, it's been wonderful. Thanks for hanging in there with me tonight.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. This is the Turf Teacher. I'm signing off, and I will see you in the next lecture. But before we do that, we have got to do our outro, baby. That's what makes this. That's what makes it fun.
All right.
I love it. I love our theme music.
I
love you so much.
I love you, babe.
Shiloh's over there like chomping at the bit. He's mad that he's going to be a big brother. He's going to be jealous.
We got a baby puppy on the way.
All right, guys. Love you so much. We'll see you next Monday night. Take care.
Bye. See y'all later.